Hello, my name is Dr. Roger Bruce Lane, and I want to speak about abundance and today's economic crisis. What is abundance? How do we live in that place? And what is the answer to our seeming economic crisis? Okay? Abundance is the nature of reality. Has to do with knowing that the spirit that we are, or that which is overflowing, gives us more than enough. It's ample. And we live in that flow. When we live in that flow, we do what the words say. You know, our buns dance. We're really in joy. And we're part of that flow. And it comes from identifying ourselves as spirit. And the economic crisis that we are facing now, that is a wake-up call. And it's a wake-up call and an opportunity. And it's a wake-up call for us individually and collectively to take a look at the priority we've given to our fears of lack and limitation, and our fears of not having enough. And that all comes from losing our perspective that we are spirit and identifying with the things of the world. So in order to, and this is paradoxical, but true nonetheless, in order to have more of the things of the world, we need to change our focus. And we need to change our focus into being of spirit. And when we know that and give that priority, then the things of the world follow naturally. Prosperity follows abundance. And most of us, based on fear, lack, and limitation, we try to manipulate our physical world and our environment and our lives to overcome that, to overcome our seeming separation. And what we need to do is change our perspective. As with a camera, if we're taking a view that's too myopic, we change and we get to see the whole picture, or we get to see the big picture. And the big picture is our nature, and that is spirit. And the economic crisis we're in is saying to us, hey, we've put too much value on money, on the things of the world, and we use that to define ourselves. And we're not that. Just like we're not our situation, we're more than that. And there's an opportunity in our lives to move away from fear, lack, and limitation, and to identify ourselves properly. And this is a golden opportunity. No pun intended, but it's golden. And many of us in our lives, we are sorely in need of gratitude. Gratitude for what we already have, and knowing that we're supplied as we need it, rather than always running after or chasing because of our fears of lack and limitation. And also, this is an opportunity to know that we're not a victim. We're not a victim of our seeming circumstance. We're not a victim of something outside of ourselves, because we either control the situation or we control our response to the situation. And many of us in our lives, we have envy. And I'd love to leave you with a gift and with a trick about envy. Now when envy comes up for you, use it as a way to love yourself. To evaluate, hey, do I really want what I'm envious of, or do I not? And use it as an opportunity, too, to let go of resentment. Because in abundance, there's no lack and there's no limitation. The economic crisis, that's of our own making. It's not the outside market forces, but it's our consciousness collectively that's produced this. And we have the power is within us, to produce a world in which the spiritual overflow just spills out, and prosperity is ours following abundance. Thank you for joining me on this episode.